What's up, guys? It's Stepano here. I couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd make you guys a little bit of a video explaining exactly in full detail how my Aurabot works. Um, I explain a lot of stuff, and it's gonna be a long video. So if you want, you can, 1.5 times or two times the video now, so you can get a basic understanding of what's going on. Uh, I might repeat some of the stuff I've said in the prior videos. But I'm so proud of this video, of this build that I'm playing, that I want to go over everything, and I'm not gonna skip any. I'm gonna try to go over all the small details of how to import POBs, how to look at damage, stuff like that. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to path of building, and I'm gonna import a build. And just so you know, a lot of people go onto people's streams and they ask them, can I have your POB? Can I have your POB? All you need to do in this game, for example, is you invite someone to your party. You don't even have to talk to them, right? So I'm gonna go to global and I'm gonna invite this guy. And then because I invited him to my party, I can right click him and I can see his account name. Okay? And as long as his profile is public, I can use that name, Blue Jake, and I can start to like look at his characters, right? And he's playing on in blue cheese right now, and I can look at, boom, boom. And now I don't have to ask anyone for their POB. I can just find out what's going on myself. So that's one quick tip I want to go over is, you see someone that's in your party, they have really, really cool build. You can right click their name, look at their account name, and just import it like you were going to import yourself. So in this case, if you wanted to import me, you just put in my account name and you would look for hated in this case. So that's the character I'm on. And you would import the passives and the skills and the items. Now, one thing that's kind of hard is if you don't know the items, what skills they have, and everything, you might not be able to click the config correctly. But just to give you guys an idea, which I've shown you in the past, is we have the summon skeletons. Is my minion on full life? I give it so much defense and ES that it's most likely going to be on full life. Do you have onslaught? Yes, the minions, but unfortunately, I don't know how to show that my minions have onslaught. Have you used the minion skill recently? Yes. Are there nearby allies? Yes. Okay, so this shows the onslaught. When you put the nearby allies, the damage goes up, and that's from my ascendancy. So my ascendancy, as the Scion says, well, there's 5 nearby allies, and you have onslaught. That's why when you count the number of SRS, which is 20, and the skeletons, which is 8, you have more than 5. That's why when you hit the 5 breakpoint, the damage goes up. I also have Spider, so whatever I'm fighting has 3 webs on it. Is Feeding Frenzy active? Yes, that's something that happens from a minion gem that's in one of my hungry loops. Is Slipstream active? Yes, that's from my belt. Other than that, I'm fighting a Shaper boss. I'm using a Skeleton Caster, and I have smited, so I've hit the enemy with fire if it's a boss. And I also have elemental pen on the gloves for the animate guard or on the animate guardian. So that's about how much damage it says I'm doing. I may have missed something somewhere, but one hit from one of my minions is around in a second or something like that is 656,000. Now I don't personally use POB too much. I just use it as a general guide But there's just too much going on and there's too much room for error if you make a mistake. So I don't try to personally spend too much time in POB, just to give you guys an idea. Um, but so with these current mods and everything, I can import, I can generate a POB, share with Pastebin, and now I can copy, and I'm gonna probably put this in the bottom of the video so that you guys have access to the POB. Now, some things I'd rather show you in game than POB that I've done, and I can kind of show you a lot easier, is where I put what. So after my first video, I talked to some of you guys, and I've moved my determination onto my weapon and my period of elements, and they're linked to the highest level of enhance, so they are getting 40 quality. The second most quality in my gear is in my boots, and it's a level 5 enhance, so I'm linking the next most important things that don't cost too much mana because I need to also keep my mana in mind. So I put Anomalous Dreadbanner, and I put my Divergent Animate Guardian. If you look at the first blue line, my Animate Guardian has 198 increased minion life. That is 110 increase from quality. So just for being linked to the enhance, it's getting 70% more increased life. And that's why my Animate Guardian does not die. I have Phase Run for more movement speed. Again, linked to enhance. It gets around 17% increased movement speed. That's how I can keep up with what I want to do. You know, keep a decent movement speed and stuff like that. The third place that my gems get quality is my shield. And I lose ES by putting this craft on. My shield used to have so much ES when I had flat ES on it because the mods are pretty good. It's tier 1, tier 2. So if I did crafted ES, it would be tier 3 crafted ES. So it's T1, T2, T3 with really, really good mods if you're going to berserk Aurabot. So I lost around 130 ES to put quality, but Flesh and Stone gets 5% extra evasion from the quality. Divergent Clarity gets about 2% increased damage while on full mana, and Divergent Vitality gets 2% increased damage while on full life. And all these gems are 20, 23, so that the 3% plus the 8% reaches 11%, which is higher than 10%, which most of these alternate gems need. They have to be in qualities of 5% or something like that, or even numbers of 2%. So, getting to 10% was important. So that's why I bought 23 gems. Besides that, I have my Victorios with the +4, but instead of putting Empower here, I put Anger. I'm elemental weak, or I'm smiting them and I'm hitting them with fire damage. So if you see at the top, I do 73 to 174 fire damage. And what this node says on the tree, elemental equilibrium, says enemies you hit with elemental damage get 25% resistance to those elements. So I hit them with fire, they get 25 fire res, and they get -50 to the other ones. So if I could jump back to my POB, for example, and I change to my fire projectiles, they're doing 200,000 less damage than my cold or my lightning, like a lot less than my lightning projectiles, because I'm giving the enemy fire resistance. So keep that in mind. That might not be an optimal decision that I'm making, but for me right now it's working, and I like it, so it's not a big deal. Now I'm going to take a second to go to the trade site, and I'm going to show you what gear I bought for my Animate Guardian and the general cost of it, okay? I'm going to make a new tab so I can copy paste each trade link so that you guys don't have to do the work yourself. Alright, so first item I bought is the Mask of the Stitch Demon. And what this says is regenerate 1% life per second per 500 maximum energy shield. So the current cost of this item looks like it's around 75C. And that was the first item I bought. And I will tell you why that item is quite important in a second. Now, the second item I bought was the Kingmaker's Despot Axe. And again, this is looking like it's about 100C at the moment. And what this item does is it gives you Fortify, it gives your minions 50 multi, it gives you Culling Strike. So this is quite big item. It's 3 auras more or less. They're not necessarily called auras, but it's a lot of juicy stuff. So then third item I bought that was unique as well was the Southbound Soldier Gloves, and they actually had the implicit elemental weakness. So that when my Animate Guardian hits the mobs, they actually take more damage from my other minions. Now you need only 2 more items for the Animate Guardian, and these are the only ones that are rare. For the body armor, you're gonna want life. What I did is you're gonna want either a life roll. I'm gonna try to make this as good as I can, or like an increased maximum life roll. You want one of those. You want prefix, empty prefix. You're gonna need 1 empty prefix, and you're gonna want a lot of chaos resistance, as much as possible. So we're gonna put armor, and we're gonna see what happens. And these are corrupted, so we can't get corrupted because we're gonna need to craft something onto these chest pieces. So I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna say corrupted, no. So if you look at these, I didn't put a minimum value. So nonetheless, it looks like you're paying 4C. And the number one important thing is high life and chaos res. Almost everything else doesn't matter. So I bought one of these chests, and I went and I crafted a mod that is kind of tough to get, and it's called 10% life as extra ES. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you that on Craft of Exile, just so you know exactly which craft that is. So, you want a chest with high life, and then chaos res. It literally doesn't need anything else. And then you're gonna go get a prefix bench craft, which you need to unveil it, so you're not gonna just have it right away. And you're gonna want to put 10% perfect. Okay. So it says high life, chaos res, and 10% maximum life as extra ES. And then the final item that I bought was the new item from this league called Blessed Boots. So I typed Blessed Boots, and And we want a chaos res. We want one open prefix so that we can craft movement speed. And we want high life. You see, for around, oop. And we have one that's 30C. I guess, you know, just to make sure you have a lot of options. We're gonna go a little bit lower on the mods. And you're just gonna want to craft movement speed on these. And you give all these items to the Animate Guardian, and as long as you have, you know, the alternate gem, you're gonna probably have a little bit less life than mine because mine you know, is level 23 at the moment. So if yours is level 20, you might have less life, obviously. To see how much life your Animate Guardian has, you can put it on the tooltip right here. And you can mouse over it, and mine has 34,500 life. So what does the helmet say? The helmet, if we go back to this, says regenerate 1% of life per 500 maximum. Yes. So I have 3,450 maximum ES on the Animate Guardian. So that's just under 7% life regenerated per second. So it's 6%. And if he has 34,500 life times 0.06, he's regenerating 2,000 life per second outside of my defenses. Now I give him every resistance up to 90%. I also give him vitality and determination and other stuff. So he's not able to be killed. Besides that, just trying to make sure I don't, you know, miss out anything. But besides that, I think I've gone over most everything about the minion version of the Animate Guardian. I did want to say something at the end of this video. A lot of the older players in this game seem to be discouraged and are quitting and stuff, and I understand why. But I personally am having a lot of fun, and I want to keep producing content for you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions on what you guys want to see on YouTube, or if you guys want to collaborate in game for the end of the league on some projects together, I have zero problem with that idea. And I encourage you guys to reach out. Again, I'm going to put a quick map in just so you guys can see what the build looks like now. And like I said, I really, really appreciate all the support I've been getting this league, and it's been really, really amazing to play with you guys and learn what your builds are and trying to help you guys, and you guys have helped me quite a lot as well. So I'd like to thank you for that. So right now I've been an Atoll Warrior this league, and I've been farming essences. Not sure why I'm lagging so hard, but yeah. That's the sound of an ultimatum. I'm pretty excited to see what that one is. Stack decks, stone circles. What a good game.
You are nothing.
As you can see my Animate Guardian's life at the top of the screen.
Good.
It barely moves. It takes damage and it goes right up to the maximum again. Skip the child master today.
Good.
22 mobs left, not bad at all. Again, I really appreciate if you watched the video till this point, and if you can share this video with friends. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and I should be streaming tomorrow, and I will see you guys on Twitch.